time. All doing well. I hope we're all ready for another big London session to come. Looking forward to it, guys. So without further ado, let's get things up and running. And let's have a good one, team. As always, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, no matter where we are right around this world. Hope you guys are doing well on this Tuesday. Again, looking forward to seeing what we can come up with today during today's London session. We will quickly take a look at the news to see if there is anything which may impact our session here today. Let me refresh, and nothing scheduled anyway, but with Trump being about, there was some impact breaking news a few hours back. Anything could happen. We have some high impact US news with the job openings to come a few hours into my session, so those who are trading it need to keep a bit of an eye out on that. In the meantime, guys, if you could please, you guys know the drill. YouTube, you guys hit the like button, and on TikTok, smash that screen for me. Let's let everyone else know we are now on stream. We are ready to do our thing, and we will start by looking at what we normally look at first. Now is gold. Now we'll take a look at GJ and any other chart or pair as per request. If anyone has questions, always feel free to send those in. I'll get to those shortly. But guys, without further ado, let's get underway with the analysis and let's take a look at the gold. So starting at that weekly time frame, once again, still based off the previous weekly at this point. Still early stages of the week. That previous weekly candle was obviously a very strong bullish candle. Current candle, still an inside bar candle. We did close back bearish yesterday, and quite a strong bearish candle. However, what we can see in the current daily candle is we have retested that low, we have respected that low, and we've since bounced off and forming quite a strong bullish candle within the current daily candle. We are technically bullish in structure as well, still on the daily, but with the candle probabilities being to the downside. But again, with the strength of that previous candle, there probably wasn't much of a need for us to pull back all that far into that previous daily candle if we were to continue bearish. Doesn't mean we can't flip back down, but what I'm going to be looking for is to see what sort of levels were formed on the more so the 30-minute and M15 minor support levels. See where price could potentially pull back to form support and head back up, or potentially break to maybe come back down towards the low of that previous daily / current daily candle itself. So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame now, and we can see we are technically flip bearish. It's actually flip bearish, guys. Bearish, but with counter probabilities to the upside. Not only that, we have bounced off previous support, which was some resistance to the left, which was further support over here to the left hand side. So pretty strong level around that 2890 to 2900 level. We've popped back above 2900. We are technically bearish and will remain bearish really until, look, you could probably use this 2920 as the swing point. It does resemble a swing. No two, well, actually you do have the 2 consecutive candle pullback, my bad. So yeah, so above this 2920 region is where the structure would technically flip back bullish at this rate. Gonna mark in those highs, and that is the immediate 4-hour range. Now onto the 30-minute time frame, guys, and what we can see is we are also technically bearish on the M30 time frame. However, we are at this rate, looks like we're about to close above a minor resistance formed within the move, the bounce off the 4-hour support. Will that provide potential buy options? Let's go down to the 15. Well, what we can also see before I go down to the 15s, we've just recently formed support below it. Got some clean traffic to the left. Below it, in line with the structure itself being bearish on the 30, with the 4-hour structure also being bearish. That is, I feel, in my opinion, the first potential at this rate. If we did project, the first potential sell option will be below the level here at around that 2893 sort of region. Let me just adjust that to the 15-minute low. Yep, that's lowest point of any bullish candle in the M30. So that is as far as the sells. If we were to break that support recently formed on the bounce off the 4-hour support, then there's a high probability we could come back down towards the current daily candle low. So that would be the entry based off that for the sell. Now, what I'm also seeing, guys, seeing that bias is technically neutral. We're still in a very strong uptrend on the higher time frames. If we close above just now, and we are kind of starting to trend again, guys. We have created a nice first initial impulse off the 4-hour support, consolidated. Are we about to trend again? So if we do close pretty much where we're at now, then there could be an option. This would be the first candle on the M15 also to close above. It could be an option for a potential limit order. A limit order by back above. Let's just make sure we're at the highest point of any bearish candle. Go back to the 30. Yeah, back above that 28.99.45 level. That could be a potential entry point for a limit order buy. Stop loss. Look, a really tight stop loss would be below the current 30 low. So for that to be valid, and I would say it needs to close about 10 pips above. So around that 2900.45 sort of region. If we do close above 29 point, let me just mark it in, 2900.45, that would validate the limit order, and we could look for the buy at that 28.99.45 sort of region, whatever the highest point is on your broker's chart. Now the further option might be, have we retested? So we have. We've closed above, we've pulled back to retest, and now we're continuing into the low traffic area to the upside. So long as we create a bit of a low wick and then we begin to break the high of our catalyst candle here, there could be some continuation buys as well. That could be the other option, guys. So there could be a couple potential options very shortly on gold. So be ready, guys. What I'll also be looking for today, if it just pumps and we can't get involved, pumps the upside, I'm just going to be looking to see where price rejects. If it does tap into this 29.08 level and reject, or a bit higher up around anywhere below 29.16, I'll be looking for my price action catalyst for potential sell option from higher up. So gold at a very interesting level, guys. Could get some entries shortly. What I'm going to do just now is I'm going to place my horizontals in position on my MetaTrader, just in case there is a potential trade. Now the limit order will be set at, on my broker's chart, it's 28.99.4. 28.99.4 for the potential limit order, and it looks like it's going to be valid. Stop loss be a pretty tight one. I would have it a little bit lower down, probably about 20, give it about 22, 20, 25 pip, bit of room for it to breathe to the downside. And the further option is going to be the continuation play. But for that to be valid, we need to first of all wait for this candle to close, and then we need to wait for the new candle to create its lower wick. And if it begins to break above our catalyst candle's high here, still have enough margin on the 15. So I would take an entry based off that as well, potentially. So that's the options, guys. Pay attention. I'm just getting myself ready so I don't miss out. A stop loss in that one could be below the current 15. Now the highest point on my broker at this stage on gold is 2902.78. So 2902.95, roughly 98. Pretty much around that 2903 sort of regions where you could be looking for a continuation buy. So they're the two options, guys. Hopefully that makes sense. We will get to GJ shortly, but let's just keep an eye on gold first. So I'll let you know. So we've got the valid entry for the limit order based on the 30-minute time frame, guys. So I can just remove that. We know it's valid. That is one option. Entry will be set for a limit order buy back at the high of that bearish candle. And we need a low wick for the continuation entry. All right, got a bit of a low wick. All right, so you could set the continuation order now as well above the high. My order set at 40. I'm gonna have the stop loss at about that 28.97 region. $28.97. All right. So I'm not in just yet, guys, but that's what I'm currently looking at. And the other option is the continuation, which I'm just about to set. I'm going to set that just now. And that order is set at 2902.98. The stop loss back below the M15. So there's the two options, guys. That's what I'm currently looking at. Hopefully it makes sense. Guys on YouTube, hopefully it made sense. TikTok, appreciate you all for joining. Thank you to the new follower. Don't forget to follow if you've not yet done so. So not in on any position just yet on gold. Now for the limit orders to remain valid, it can't flip. Flips, I'm just going to remove the limit order and focus on the continuation buy. So again, we will have a look at GJ shortly. Let's just quickly see if there is any potential entry. Or could there have been a cheeky sell? Almost. Not perfect, but yeah, I can see if some did take it and why they may have taken it. But we'll get back to GJ shortly anyway. We'll keep an eye on gold, guys. Members, I'll send you guys a link. Paul, hi, haircut looks good. Did it myself, my friend. Appreciate it. Hope you're well. Michael as well. Lau, good morning to you guys. Hope you guys well. Everyone on TikTok, welcome, welcome. I'm not in any trade just yet. Let's quickly look at the hourly as well. So we've got a nice strong bullish engulfing on the hourly. That's further confidence to look for the continuation buy. There is also some margin to the upside. So this to me is a pretty solid entry. Whether it be on the pullback, it's valid. Also, limit order is valid on the hourly. So look, it's looking pretty good. You got 4-hour counter probabilities to the upside as well. There's definitely enough reason to look for to take the entry. We'll see. Origin performance, Asian high and low. Well, the high is where we're at. Actually, that's the London high, isn't it? The Asian high would be right there. We've almost tapped into it. Some might even have a limit order set there. The low is going to be at the basically the daily low. That's the Asian high and low. Bruce, what about GJ? Yeah, I'll have a look at it shortly. Just want to focus on gold while I've got the order set. It's been a very good start to the week. It's been a fantastic month To be honest, it's been a really good month. Caught a nice gold sell with the team yesterday during our education session. Actually took advantage of gold presenting a option to sell it. That was a really nice quick win without any drawdown. And it kept running, but I closed the entire position at plus 25. It was 24.8 or something, to be exact. Origin performance, most of the time, yes, because most of the time it's the resistance and the support for today, the highest point. Just so happens to be that the highest point in this case is a bullish candle, so therefore I'm marking the highest point of any bearish candle. The resistance is just below it, well, that I've got marked anyway. Lucas, I've got 2 set at the moment. Got 1 set in a limit order, which is back at the high of this bearish candle. I've got 1 set upon a continuation buy if it begins to break the high of that previous candle. More based off the 30-minute and the hourly. So we'll see. Carl, morning to you, mate. CW, what website? This is TradingView, mate. TradingView to chart and to stream on. MetaTrader is where the actual magic happens to trade. So it looks like the limit order needs to be removed now. Not yet triggered into the continuation. That is actually the right level. Not yet broken, so the limit order is still valid. But with the limit order, I wanted to like pull back pretty quick. I don't want it to start pull back in the last few minutes of the 15, because then if the 15 closes back, strong bearish candle, good chance the next candle, if it broke the low of the 15-minute, and it could continue to the downside, and then you'd be stuck in drawdown. So we'll see. It looks like we could get triggered in shortly to a continuation by potentially. Yeah, the good thing is there's a good way to manage this trade. You can instantly start to manage it based off the current candle low. So I'm in. So I can now remove the other order. And let's see. I'm just going to start to adjust the stop loss to a little bit below the entry candle, just to mitigate some risk. Pushing nicely. Got 6 pips on the table. That's the current stop now. I've adjusted it already. We'll see. It's pulling back a bit, but all good. DP, again, being a scalper, look to have secured about 10 onwards. Big Willis is gold. Do anyone here know a good broker to spot trade gold? I don't want to recommend anything because I might get it bad. Nino, potentially. I mean, it's rejecting just now. It could be a sell. We'll see. Some of you still might have a limit order set. Pulling back a bit further now. All right, we'll see. Yeah, that rejection, that's not really good, to be honest. The rejection on the 5-minute, you wouldn't want this candle to break low of the previous. That would be another way to manage the trade. If it breaks the low, probably a good signal to perhaps get out, so there's a good chance it's going to come back down to retest this support yet again. But a limit buy, I mean, technically it's how I trade, it's not valid, but it is a good level to look for an entry, for sure. Okay, good morning to you. I'm currently in a buy, but I'm in a bit of drawdown, about 8-9 pip drawdown at the moment, so we'll see. Phil, good morning to you, mate. Is the wrong run gonna come to the end? Potentially. We'll see. We're still in the trade. Going up to 20. Static cap mirror. There's a good chance eventually it could, but at the moment it's got a few hurdles to bypass. Bill, yeah, not bad, mate. Currently stuck in some drawdown on gold, but it is what it is. It was looking good at about 6.5 pips on the table, and then it rejected. But yeah, we'll see. Still haven't done the analysis on GJ, haven't had a chance. Zane, good day to you. Alright, pulling back a bit further now. Oof, wow, it's dropping. Yeah, there was a good chance to actually exit part of the position just then, to be honest, guys, as it broke the 5-minute low. I'm just in it. Still in, but not by much. Let's look at the limit order. So that was originally set at 28.99.4, the limit order. Well, that's all good, mate. If that's what you believe, that's fine. All good. There is a good chance it could hit stop loss. Not a problem. Can't always win. Every trader should know that. You can't always win. Gotta take the bad with the good with the bad. I'm almost out. Almost. Yeah, I'm out of that one. So that one was a loss. Never mind. Now, so the further option, once again, is that limit order. Now, I've got a cheeky order set at 28.99.4. Oh, no, I don't. Didn't get in time. Alright, so I'm not in. That's just dropped too, hasn't it? Wow. No lower wick as well, so there is a good chance this thing could flip. there is a really good chance it could flip to create the upward, but I didn't get set in time, so there's no entry for me. Is what it is. So not a great start, but all good, all good. Let's move on to GJ and finally do some analysis on it. And let's start as always on a weekly. Nino, it looks like it could be. It looks like it. Is it on the block below? So be it. Again, it was a planned trade. It can't always win, so it's all good. I'm accepting of the fact. People take losses. There is no such thing as a professional who, you know, there is no professional, first of all. And there is no such thing as someone who, you know, never ever loses. It's just, it doesn't happen. If they say that to you, run for the mountains, because it's absolute crock of shit. Now let's have a look at GJ. Now let's start in the weekly time frame, and we can see really strong sell-off on the current weekly. Based on what I mentioned about gold last week, how it had no low wick, sorry, to begin the week. This is quite the opposite. It's got no upper wick, and as long as any pullback is met by previous resistance form on the way down, there's a good chance it could continue to the downside. Based off that, we don't necessarily need to create that upper wick. We didn't create low wick on gold last week. I mentioned why all week as to why it didn't necessarily need to do so. Same thing applies now on GJ. It is forming a strong bearish candle, so we'll establish on the 4-hour and M30 what sort of levels we've got on the downside. Back to the daily quickly, and so we can see that very strong bearish engulfing candle closing pretty much back at the consolidation area. We'll tap right into it and bouncing back up. Let's marking the current day's high. Let's see what we've got above it. Daily structure itself is technically bearish. We've got weekly bear. I'd base it off the current weekly. Due to the strength of it, it's a very strong bearish candle. It's a weekly bearish, daily bearish, 4-hour, still bullish from this big impulse to the upside. Got candle probabilities to the upside. Pretty much tapped into, we're very close to tapping into a resistance. That is support. Looks like above the resistance could be a potential option. Below it possibly. Let's go down to the 30-minute time frame, and that has just actually flipped bullish. Closed above this swing point, so it's technically bullish on the 30 now. So that means we've got 30 and the 4-hour bullish, and I would say the higher time frames bearish. So similar to gold, but the opposite as far as the high time frames are bearish and GJ, whereas gold, the high time frames are bullish. And we've got a neutral bias. So based off that, I can look for options in either direction. So first of all, continuation buys above highest point of the current resistance, and that is, well, this candle is the one that confirms some resistance on the 15, so above 190.396. So I just, to be honest, let's just use the bullish candle high because it's above that 400 flat level, and psychological number, we want to be above that preferably. So buys above that point there, closure above, retest on the 30. And we can just look to play the range as well, guys. So if it does pop back up to reject that resistance, so I'd be looking for either a catalyst from the highs, or I'd be looking to the left to see where was the most recent minor support formed, and that could provide a potential entry below. So right now we've got a bit of support. If this closed strong bearish, even preferably engulfing or very close to it, could be some nice options to sell GJ in about 10 minutes. So that could be a potential option moving forward. Sells below. Now, further options is, again, we are neutral in our buys, so the buys could also present. We come back down towards that 189.420 and form support above it. I'd just be looking for my signal to buy it and below it. Running into the 4-hour support, but so long as there's enough margin, there's going to be options to sell it. GJ also not looking too bad at all. buys above and the sells below. That is pretty much it on GJ. See, in the next 9 a bit minutes, it's going to close the M30. Could have another catalyst, so we'll see. Zane, are you doing BTC? Not really. No, I mean, I don't mind to analyze it, but I don't trade. I just don't have the time, to be honest. There's too much on my plate to trade crypto, as much as I wanted to and still want to. Pretty much, yeah, I just don't have the time for it, because the best time I think to trade it's either preferably NY session or Asian session. Asian session, I'm not usually home, to be honest, to bother. The New York session, I'm not usually up. Daily structure's bearish, counter probabilities to the downside, but it's pulling back quite strongly. Maybe it's bounced off a 4-hour level. 4-hour structure is also bearish. Popping back above its support as it bounced off one. Bounced off some consolidation here to the left. And at 76k, I would have thought 75k would be a good level for it to pull back and bounce off. But nonetheless, bounced a little bit above that point. Resistance, we've got 84k. And at that point there, closure above will flip the 4-hour structure back bullish. So that would be a good entry point for the buyers. But the 30-minute is bullish. So based off that, buys above 81,111.11. Look at that. A lot of ones there. That would be a really nice option. You got some pretty clean counters to the left-hand side. Clean move down. Prior to it, pretty clean move up. So I want to see a closure above it. Price tap back in and look for your continuation to the upside. As far as the sells, cleanest options below is 15-minute support. Below 79,042. That's for the sell. However, look, if I was trading Bitcoin, I'd probably go for a more like an intraday sort of trade. And if this rejected and closed below the current support, maybe that's the early entry. Stop loss back above the resistance. I could see also potential sells if we reject the 4-hour resistance and pop back below the 80k flat region as well. So that is my opinion of Bitcoin. Wow, look at GJ. So bouncing back. As this gold. All good. Untons? Yeah, 1 to 30. What percentage? Look, it depends. All my trades are different. Basically, have a different risk due to the fixed lot size. It's generally anywhere from 0.5% up to 3-4%. Sometimes less, sometimes it just depends, to be honest. Not often more, but Kuba, nothing at the moment. Gold, look at that. Potentially bouncing again. So the entry point for me, there's no entry unless it begins to pop up the high. And you don't have a great deal of margin. At limit order, it would have sat through a bit of drawdown, but it would have worked. Would be at more than 10 pips by now. Fortunately, I just would not set it in time. Trading, guys. These things happen. Mr. Panda, to be honest, you're 100% correct. I have no idea if it's going up or down or what level it's going to. All I'm doing is following what I know is based on patterns to the left, what I'm familiar with, patterns in price action, levels on the chart that price tends to move nicely between. But those people ask me, do I think it'll go to 29.50 or whatever? I think it will, but when? Who knows? It might happen in 5 weeks' time. I have no idea. If I had a crystal ball, quite frankly, I mean, would I bother streaming? I mean, I probably would, to be honest, for shits and giggles. But I mean, if you had a crystal ball, you just place trades, orders the whole time, doing orders, stop orders. Fact of the matter is, no one can predict the future. No one knows exactly where the price is going. All we can go is, again, I always say I'm a speculator, so all I can go off is previous patterns to the left and what I'm familiar with, levels that I want to get involved in a trade, knowing that the majority of the time I'll be on the right side of things. Not always though. That's just reality. Yesterday I was on the right side of it, really right side. It was a really nice quick win, and today was a pretty quick loss to begin. So these things happen, it's part of it. Untons, do I start? I pretty much stop at 1 or 2 trades a day, to be honest. At most it's 3. What's my longing? Not yet. Not just yet. Mr. Panda, I can say for certain everything goes up over time. Look at, yeah. You're looking at gold. Eventually everything goes up and it comes back down as well. Just how far will it come back down? Oh, Osmar, what coin? This is spot gold. It's not crypto. Back to the GJ. I really would want this to close a bit stronger. We do have a weak bullish candle on the 30, so it's a weak support. Don't like the long low wick though, and the fact that it's closing closer to its high than it's low at the moment, so it's a little bit off-putting for any impulse sell. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait for the time being on DJ. As continues to fall. We really want GJ to close a bit lower, because we're essentially just consolidating on the 15. So I don't trade out of consolidation. So at the moment just need to chill when it comes to the GJ.
Hi, Joe.
Phil, g'day mate, how are you?
Good day. I'm good. How about you?
Not bad mate, not bad. Anton's house trading gold compared to Forex and crypto, it's quite volatile. I mean, I prefer it. There's more liquidity when it comes to trading gold than what there is a crypto. Similar in a way, but Bitcoin just has these massive moves either side, and it's great if you're on the right side of it, but if you're not, oh god. I've been on the wrong side of a Bitcoin trade and wasn't pleasant. And I was, again, back years ago when I wasn't taking things seriously enough. So I prefer gold. That's because I'm more familiar with it, to be honest. Use a won't be my entry. Not sure yet. I don't have an entry set at the moment. I'm just waiting. Anton's goal, it seems way more chill. And not really. Gold can make some crazy moves. I mean, yesterday gold was really all over shop. Massive drop on stream. Massive bounce straight after it. And then again, just dropped straight back down not long later. So I took advantage of that sell. So it's definitely got a lot of volume. No name, do you full-time trade? I trade the same session each day. So I do have other things in the background. Alright, let's see on GJ. EU has really flipped a switch, hasn't it, of late? He's in a massive downtrend and it's flipped to a big uptrend at the moment. Back at that resistance. Same level. This is levels I marked in yesterday. That level is still irrelevant by above 108.887. Clean traffic to the left. That looks a really nice option for EU. So it's bullish across the board, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it is. Seeing it's at a 4-hour resistance, this becomes the first entry point for a sell below at 108.550, seeing as its most recent support formed on the way up. We did reject the 4-hour resistance and pop below that support. We do have clean traffic to the left, clean move down, clean move up. I'll be looking for a potential sell below 108.545 roughly. Gold coming down further. This is GJ. Jake, update about gold. Well, this rate, you put us up, the buys above the current daily counter high is still valid. So you could just now, still respecting the most recent resistance we've broken out of, we've formed another resistance a little bit higher up. So this is now your 30-minute range. So the options now become buys above or buys from support. It does make a clear move down. And you also be looking for the sells below it. We did begin to pop layout point there, retest and pull away from it. And there is a good chance we're retesting the daily low at that point. It's with the 30-minute structure, which is technically bearish at the moment. Micro trend will flip back in favor of the structure itself below 28.93.60 as well. And otherwise, this rate's gonna be buys above. DJ melting as we speak. No way for me to get in. Boot, sickle, all good, mate. That's your, no worries. No worries, I'm not stressed. We're allowed to take a loss. All good. Everyone's allowed a different opinion. You should start your own stream, my friend. Go for it. Everyone's a professor. Everyone's a professor in the chat. You got the balls? Jump on and do it yourself. That's all I'll say. So we'll see. Could be options to either side still on gold. We are technically neutral and biased. And GJ looks like it's gonna make the move down, and I can't take it at the moment. I don't have a confirmation. Oh man, that'd be appreciate. I left goalie XP. Oh no, mate. It's all good. They're entitled to their opinion. Shake. All good, mate. Yeah, I'm just chilling at the moment on goal. Oh man, there was one. Yeah, there was a cyclone. That was up north in Queensland. There's a little bit of a distance from where I am. I've been hot here. It just hasn't stopped here in Melbourne. There goes DJ making a bit of a move right now. It's all good. Bruce, what time frame? See, gold, it's usually the 15, obviously the 30 as well, and I'll even go down to the 5 at times on gold. GJ, generally the chaos is the 30, but I will look at 15 as well. Reason why gold I just focus more on the 15 now is because it does have the volume to give you the push that I look for based on the 15-minute candles. Whereas GJ, it can, but I'm just not as convinced by it, to be honest. It's something I did start testing until the back testing software that I did use wasn't really good, to be honest, so I sort of stopped testing it for a bit, but I will get back to testing it based on the 15. Thank you for that sticker, Jake. I appreciate it. Thank you. Trading market, what went wrong on gold? Trade 15-minute has 3 bullish candles, then we took it 4th one. Yeah, I mean, it could have made its move, just grab liquidity. Again, it's just law of probabilities, mate. It's just harder trading. You can't always win. I was just following my signal, which was more based off the 30. Strong closure above the consolidation. Create a significant lower wick. Gonna break. Had about 6 pips on the table, and then it decided to shit the bed, so it happens. Almost got to break even. Very close to it. But you had 4-hour counter probabilities to the upside as well, and it just broken it too, so it wasn't like it was flying well above it already. There was plenty of reasons to take it. One of those ones. Can't always win. It is what it is. Okay, you're in it. GBPJPY. Okay. 129.101. On the break? Okay. Yeah, that's a bit similar to the gold trade. Don't have a great deal of margin though. You're kind of out of resistance. But I'm sure you are willing to accept the risk on the table. I mean, a 30 looks a lot better than a 15. Yeah, you'd really like for it to happen soon though, because you got the concern of the hourly leaving that upper wick, pulling back. But I mean, it's looking okay. Obviously, you're targeting around that 175 region. Gold is just a mess at the moment. So, 1-to-1, 8 pips. Nice one. EU also going up, Franco? Yeah, look at that. Wow. Wow, here comes the volume. Look at GU, mate. You're looking really good. Nice one. Good. Happy to see it. Yeah, EU is just on an absolute tear at the moment. I know some people were in sells, swing sells, and I'm sure they're getting wrecked. Wish them luck, but EU is in a big uptrend at the moment. It's risky trying to sell the uptrend. Yeah, EU is the most impressive, in my opinion, out of the majors at the moment. It's really pumping. AU, on the other hand, we get it. We're shit here and we just get mashed left, right, center. All because of pretty much China. That's everything basically. We're affected by both China and the US here. So we just cop it from either side, which means that the Aussie just never goes up. Us in New Zealand, we're sorry for us. As you guys should. You should feel sorry for us too. Sucks. We always get absolutely pulverized. Okay, 8%. Nice one, Franco. Good work. Yeah, nice one. Looks like could come back now, so well done. Here's profit. Alright, so GJ, we've got the 15-minute closure. There's no entry for me. As with gold, just need to wait and chill and see what we've got for session open now. Quickly look at NASDAQ. I want to see the sell-off on this thing. Are the tables turning? Are we flipping into a bear market? I wouldn't call that just yet. That's 14% drop from the high. I think you really start to worry if it drops below this. Probably at 1830 region, 1800, 18,300. Thing is, it's not yet formed really any structure on the higher time frame. You've had some more pauses here than anything. So for me, there'd be no real confirmation until it actually creates a bit of a pullback, bit of consolidation, bit of mucking about, and then it creates another impulse down. Then there's a good chance moving into a higher time frame bear market when it comes to NASDAQ and equities, perhaps. The giggles, GJ from support here, probably around 189.40. If it does provide a signal from that point. BGT, Jochman, welcome to you, mate. Gold, just consolidating at the moment. It's been a bit nasty this morning. Or this afternoon, wherever you are. So potential buys above 29.036. Rubino? Yeah, potentially. Yeah, I don't use fibs when it comes to entry points, price action. I just, unless it's at a 4-hour zone, I use it very differently to what others who use a fib. All I can see is it's hovering back above this resistance, which I initially had marked in. As long as we remain above it, there's a good chance we can continue up. Bruce, I would like to expand my knowledge. Analysis, what would you recommend? Yeah, again, I've got to be really careful because last time I recommended anything, I got a ban for it. So sorry, mate. Just watch the streams. That's all I can say. I wish I could elaborate, but I'm just worried I'll get a ban. So sorry for not being really helpful, but yeah, I really have to be careful. The Googles, nah, not. It's not worth it. But there's plenty of content out there. That's all I'll say. Nice one on GU, Franco. Maybe you're still in it, looking good. So next option on the EU for me would be a limit order. Limit order buy back when I had this resistance. We did call a limit order sell on GJ yesterday, which worked absolutely perfect. I think it was a limit order continuation. I can't quite remember. I remember calling one on EU last week, which was absolutely perfect. Literally would have tagged in and bounced. If you're looking at a similar thing on the closure of this candle in 8 minutes for EU, anyone trades it, GJ, and that was the move as far as the sells are concerned. Now I just need to wait. And gold is trash at the moment, struggling. The Google's, yeah, YouTube's, they're not as strict with it all. YouTube's okay. YouTube, you can pretty much say what you want, almost. I've talked pretty much everything on YouTube before, never had an issue. It's just TikTok's a lot more sensitive. Nicole, can you repeat GJ? I most certainly can repeat it. Yeah, so I was looking for some potential sells below that support, that minor support formed at this consolidation slash resistance to the left. However, it's left the building without me. Wasn't trusting it on the 15, plus this candle has got no upper wick. You would have been just triggered in actually based off that itself. I will not be feeling that comfortable about it. So for now, I'm just waiting for it to come back down to 189.40. I'm gonna see how price reacts to it, and if it does bounce off it and I get my price action catalyst, my signal from these lows, then I'd definitely be looking for a buy, especially if it completes the clean move down. Just now we've had a clean move up, clean move down. There's a good chance to be followed by another clean move back up. And if it begins to pop below that point there, as long as I've got the margin to do so, then I would look for a potential sell below 189.370 as well. The issue with that is you're selling it in the bottom third of the 4-hour range, which is not preferable, but you do have clean traffic. And if we begin to pop below support, there is a high probability that we're going to retest the support at the daily low. So that is my opinion of GJ. And if it just bounces back up now, I'd be looking to see how price reacts to 190.20 to 40. So we'll see on GJ. Hopefully that made sense, and thank you for joining and asking. All right, is gold waking up? Is it going to give another option? So we definitely want it to close high up. We definitely want it to close if there is to be a valid impulse entry. Well, anyway, the way I want it to close, I want it to close above the 50% mark of that zone. That would validate any impulse entry. And again, it's just based simply off rules. There's no not sure, maybe, yes, stuff it, I'll take it or won't take it. It's just black and white, painting a picture black and white based off rules that I know for the most part work for me. So that's what I'd be looking for an impulse entry. Otherwise, closure above is even better. And below wick to form, retest, and buy it begins to break above. That is the other option. So we're still above this resistance, which we're broken out of. We actually broke out pre-stream. Nicole, potentially. There's a chance if gold makes the move back up. GJ down. Yeah, I just need to be patient and follow my plan. Very, very simple. I don't stress or I don't worry about streaming in the background if I take a trade or not. It's not based on that, because I just do what I do best. And I don't want to, you know, just blow cash based on a half-assed trade for the sake of a stream. All good, Nicole, all good. So we've had a shot at gold. Wasn't a great trade yesterday. Again, green line with the team, going some really nice quick sells. And we'll see what the rest of today and the rest of the week holds. GJ. Yeah, I'm looking for, again, buy from support at this rate. Let it drop, let it do its thing, and then potentially look for the buy.
Hey, good morning, man.
Good morning, Franco. How are you, mate?
Yeah, fine, thank you. So,
Nice one.
and you?
Not bad, mate, not bad.
Yeah, good to hear.
Nice trade on GU.
I had some issues right now with my computer, so it shut down.
All right.
And yeah, but nevertheless, so you asked me before if I was already if I was in there. I was in, but right now I'm out. So it was 20%.
Nice one.
Original position running, and yeah, it was very nice. So it was more or less in the area which I said it should be go. So it's on the M50 resistance, and this was my target.
Yep.
And I achieved this. So yeah, very
Nice
nice
one.
run.
Good
But
work.
EU
Good
was-
management.
He was better.
Yeah, EU is absolutely just hasn't stopped. Been in a big uptrend of late. No, limit order is going to be valid potentially on EU. Don't want to pull back too much more. You want to, yeah. Not if it closes only like 3 pips above. I'd really want to pop up to about 5 pip closure above minimum. Moment it's about 3. Pop up a little bit more and then it's potentially valid. But anyway, let's see what's gold doing. Valid. Where's GJ?
Oh man. Was waiting for this GU to close. Unfortunately, seems like it's made the move without me.
Yep.
I mean the EU sorry.
Yeah,
I was
and
waiting
it's
for it
pulling
to
back
come out.
a fair bit.
However, since it's close, it has at least breaking above this area, so at least I think down the line in the day it might have a reset and
Could be a good entry still.
hopefully something will go from here. And also the way the hourly close with a really long wick to the top side, so it's kind of like
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one.
yeah.
Because you got 10 pips just to break the high. Doesn't really have a low wick. It's a bit tricky.
Anyway, let's see how it develops.
Yep, just time to chill.
On the M30, it was really nice, even though it was still within the zone, but it had closed above the previous closures. So it was kind of like nicer on the M30.
Yep.
For the buy. However, I wasn't waiting. I was waiting for it on the day on the ad.
Yeah, it's made the move. Yeah, it's all part of it.
And one funny thing is, now that it's out of the zone, it could just keep going.
Yeah,
like
well,
what happened last week.
Similar did it last week.
Yeah, last week for the first 3 days of the week, like Monday, Tuesday, and it was just flying non-stop.
Yeah.
And then I think it took a little bit like Thursday, and yeah, you could see those moves there. And the funny thing is, most of those moves didn't have any confirmation. They were just
yeah,
just going.
It's just that's what happens. Sometimes it doesn't happen during your time on the charts. Just is what it is. Cooper says, if any of your streams in the past 7 days haven't made a trade, well, we obviously haven't been watching, my friend, because I have taken actually a few. I took last week, was it 2 wins and 1 loss? Took a loss before, so you're obviously not watching the right stream if that's that's what you think. My record is just under 80%. So again, I trade when I see fit, if it ticks the box. Don't give a shit. Someone's phone's ringing in the background. I'm not gonna force something for the sake of a stream, because it's just not worth it. It's not me. It's not how I trade. Why is someone allowed to post a link in the TikTok chat and I can't even do that? Guys, don't be daft. Don't click on anything. Just, yeah, just, if anyone contacts you, by the way, just block them. Yeah, so Cooper, you're obviously not watching at the right time. And a lot of time, guys flick off because they think, oh, it's done. And then I get trade towards the end. So I can't control when it's going to happen. All I do is follow my rules because it works for me. I couldn't care less if it happens on or off stream. Yesterday it happened off stream. What can I do about it? Nothing. I just got to continue to do what works for me. And that's it. That's what everyone should be doing, to be honest. To be honest, about a very good year. And again, it's just because I practice patience and discipline. It's the main thing.
Yeah, and you stay on your entries and risk management and so on. So it's
yeah, that's
the same what you are doing. So, and that's the issue. And even if you took a loss, as we did this morning, so I'm too. We are waiting for a new chance. So also here we are waiting for gold.
Exactly.
To close above the resistance and then take the trade.
Potentially, so, yep.
It's easy. But
exactly.
You have to be patient.
It's the hardest part. It took me forever to learn that as well. It took me probably a good three or 4 years to realize it's just a lot of it's patience. I mean, I tried many things. I tried bloody meditating and all that, to be honest. I tried everything. And it just got to a point where I was just fed up with myself, and that was it. Just fed up with it, and nah, I'm just gonna stick to some rules. What works for me, just stick to it. It's very hard to do it, to have the discipline, but you're much better off if you can manage to do so. Gascoon Umber. No idea what that means, but anyway. Please are you up to? Happy in to that resistance and so far remaining above it. GU's hit target. It'll be difficult buying GU at the moment unless it's back above 129.205. DJ is just a write-off at the moment in this area. Man trying to conquer 58 challenge, so close, goals being unpredictable, patience is key. That's exactly right. 100%. Gold is always a little, I mean, there is no such thing as predictable markets. Again, all we can expect is there's going to be movement. It's going to be potentially more movement at certain times of day. And price is likely going to react to certain levels. And at those levels, that's where we need to determine what we want to see in order to get involved in what we determine to be a probable trade. And that's simply what we do. Sometimes your analysis will be correct, but the entry is wrong. That's just trading. That's all part of it. X, can you buy now? Personally for me, no. Look at gold. Wow. Personally for me, no. I'd rather it back down lower at the support. So once again, gold, I can't just jump in. I need a catalyst. Google's London session, gold pushing. Yep, at the moment it's trying to, but still below resistance. So we'll see. What is the highest point of that resistance? That's what I need to work out just now. $29.0361. Alright, so I'm going to wait and see. Limit order is going to be difficult because if it does close above, there is a good chance it could tap into target. So market can do anything, gold can do anything. The preference is for it to close just above this horizontal. That's the preference. Or just above the resistance. China, what times do you find the best to trade in Oz? London Open? Yeah, it's a good one. I like London Open because it's, for me, it's at a pretty good time of day. Soon for us, depending where you are in Oz, but here in Melbourne it'll be 5 PM soon once the clocks change. Asian session's a good session. I think it, to be honest, yes, it has its moments where it consolidates, but it also makes nice moves. I mean, this was Asian session today. Can't say that isn't good volume. That's a really nice move from gold. So just, it's the same as any other session. It will consolidate and then you have moments where it trends. I find gold moves quite well. In the Asian session, I wouldn't trade things such as GU or whatever to pairs that are out of session. Otherwise, NY, if you can bother waiting up, but for me, again, once the clock changed, I am more open to trading NY. But otherwise, I look at pre-NY for the time being, if I am to look at it at all. So usually if the guys are doing an update for pre-NY, today I will be jumping on a call with them for a bit. Gil's going to break resistance. It's trying to, but it keeps rejecting. So I need that confirmation first. I want that closure above the 50% mark of this zone or just above. Miracle, depending what your entry is. And yeah, look, you should have targets. You should have planned that out. For me, assuming you're in from lower down, it's at a resistance, so it's a good level 2 target to take some profit. Double T vid Chris 21. What do you use to trade? MetaTrader. MetaTrader 5. Use the GJ going up. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's in a shit ass area. It's just consolidating. Nasty. Social 7. Marketing. Most of the time it's gold, spot gold. All right, let's see. So if we get the closure above this horizontal, we need a lower wick forming on the new candle, and then got a valid potential entry on gold again. Gotta wait just over 2 minutes. BJT Duffman, still looking bullish, yep. So I need 2 confirmations ticked before any entry. Closure above this horizontal, a lower wick on the new candle, where it pops up first, then pops back down to create lower wick. Either or, it just needs to create lower wick. And I need a bit of an upper wick left on this candle as well. Come on, don't completely fly just now. Alright, where will the limit order be valid? Let's work this out, guys. So 2903.62, 2904.42. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. So what I'm doing is focusing on what the highest point of the current candle is. I want to see a low wick form. We've still just got enough margin, but if it pushes much more, we don't really have it. It needs to create a leave an upper wick and create a lower wick. So potentially looking for an entry above this candle upon continuation. Once we've got the confirmation of a low wick forming. This is going to be a quick one, guys. You've got to be really ready for it. Oh man, I've got a tiny upper wick on my broker. You're looking just above the high of the current candle. So you pretty much could be an entry now, guys. Have to be quick. It's tough when you're waiting for closure like that. That's the entry you could be looking at. Even seeing a stop loss in that in time, and you're looking at a Y stop. Yeah, that had to be the entry. I couldn't get in time, unfortunately. Reason being because I'm waiting to see what the highest point of the upper wick is, and then I always prefer to set orders. I much prefer to set buy stop, sell stops, or buy limit, sell limit. as opposed to market execute, because you never get triggered in when you market execute where you want to get triggered in. I took the risk yesterday when I was with the members on a sell, and I got triggered in lower down than what I wanted to, just a little bit, but it just continues to melt. So that's what you're probably currently looking at if you are in it. There you go. Wow. Well, I'd be managing the stop loss to just below the entry candle, and you had about 8 pips or so on the table. But it is, fortunately I'm not in it again. All part of trading, especially scalping. Yeah, there you go. There's you're pretty much at 10. Anyone took it? Gets a break even. You're very close to 10 pips by now. That's it. Anyone took it? Well done. It's not my day.
Because there was not the previous candle close without anyway my broker.
Yeah, I've got a tiny one on IC markets, not a big one, but
it was not worth it to take it.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. No, it is what it is. Santa man, nice one. Good work, mate. Congratulations. Congratulations, my friend. There's someone who's paying attention, and well done. Lucas, nice one. So you're in a winning position at the moment. Good work. What I would suggest is tapping into resistance here, so don't be too greedy. If nothing else, I'd probably get to break even personally. But Shake, nice one. There you go, guys. I'm not even in this, and I'm just happy that some of you managed to get involved. Well done. BGT jumping. I think you're a bit late, my friend, to be honest. I would not be entering just now if you're not in. I didn't manage to find a way in. Much as I agreed with the entry and wanted to, I just wasn't quick enough, because I was trying to set an order as opposed to just market execute, and it's gone without me. I wouldn't be looking to take it now, no way. For me, I've just got to accept that I'm not in this move. I mean, it's a call trade. Now I have to wait for the market to reset. Very simple. But you got a nice strong catalyst there. Strong bullish candle closing all above the resistance. Yeah, not quite tapped in, which is a little bit concerning. And it still could pull back to tap in to the previous resistance. There you go. So you'd be almost out at break even if anyone did take it and you had a runner on the table. Wow, GU continuing. GU gave another really nice entry. Bullish engulfing. Multiple entries there. Limit order would have pretty much been valid. Let's look at EU quickly. EU lagging GU at the moment. He probably could be an EU buy just now though, to be honest. Yeah, so the markets are moving. Shake, where should you exit? Well, again, you need a plan for that. For me, it's tapping into resistance, so there you go, you're bursting through it. Definitely get to break even. You've got some 13 or so pips on the table, so get to break even. Consider securing something, and that's it. Yeah, well done. Well done, guys. Otherwise, a really good target's 29 0.08 this resistance. Angel 794, nice one. So you're well in profit. Good work. Good work. Looks like you're holding it for more of a swing trade. Yeah, nice one. Anyone else managed to get involved? This was very similar to on the call with the members yesterday, where it was a matter of just focusing on the closure. It was closing right near its low. This was just here. My broker had an upper wick, and this took about a minute for it to break. I was trying to set the order, and it started to flip, and I'm just market executing because I'm gonna miss it otherwise. I had to do the same thing here. That's what you had to do. So it is what it is, all good. You're holding Lucas until 29.13. That's fair enough, if that's your plan. Angels swing 29.50 target, nice one. Back up near the all-time high. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, it's still in a big uptrend when it comes to the high time frame picture. Nothing has changed in regards to that. Pythagoras FX, thank you. Yeah, that's done and dusted, and there that goes. DJ almost retesting resistance again. Yeah, so not a bad stream. Angel, do I only trade gold? No, I trade GJ as well. But Voodoo, what size are you looking for here? Well, if you're not in the trade, it's too late. But for that, it was just the closure, preferably a closure above this horizontal for potential impulse entry. So open to close above the resistance itself, which is an even stronger confirmation. And it's a matter of forming a lower wick. The preference would be for it to tap in, which it didn't. But with the momentum based off the previous candle, knowing you're at a high time of volume, still the first 30 minutes of London Open, if it begun to break the high of that catalyst candle, that's a pretty good entry point to buy it. That's what that was based off. And for now, you just need to let it reset. This is the move for now. Preference would be for it to come back down, break some support, and look for a buy. Quick drop down further. All good. And for sells to be valid, remember it's still bearish on a 30. Yeah, it's still bearish on a 30, so as long as it respects this, really this level here, provides a price action catalyst, the options to sell it. What I'd be looking for is to see if we pop up to that level whereabouts prior to it we form some minor support. And if we begin to pop below that minor support, that could be your point of entry for a sell to take it back down. That's what I'd be looking at. That is likely going to be my potential option moving forward into MY. For MY, otherwise pull back by this stage, because continuation buys, you're too late to it if you're not in a trade. You know, is it going to sell again? Potentially. The next level is 29.08. Yeah, origin. So right now, re-entry is either on the pullback, or potential further entries is to sell from higher up. And look at that go now. Wow. All good, guys. All good. Yeah, so once again, well done. Well done to anyone who took the gold buys. And that's pretty much a wrap. Pretty much wrap, guys. Almost the closure of the first M30. Angel, you and GJSL as well. Got 2 positions, 192, 295. Wow, really nice. 191, 414. Nice one. You're looking really good. Yeah, hopefully you got a trade management plan because you're in some significant profit. So yeah, just be strict with managing it so you don't obviously get taken back out for loss or even break even at this point. Being so far up would be, in my opinion, a hard pill to swallow, to be honest. Based Kelvin, that was GJ. This is gold. This is spot gold. Alrighty, guys, I do appreciate everyone for joining. I appreciate all the new followers as well on TikTok, YouTube, you guys as well. Thank you once again. Yeah, so not a bad stream. Well done to anyone who managed to get involved in those gold buys. Yeah, it's my team. I will keep you guys posted. I'll be on a bit later on for some pre-MY fun. See what we can come up with. Cheers to you too, Paul. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well done, Franco. Thank you to you. Paul, thank you. Santa Man, appreciate you as well. Thank you for appreciating the stream. 2kg detailing, got it in at 2900, but nice one. Well, that's someone who's managing the trade, so good work. Well done. Alrighty, guys, take care. How did we get on your Zoom? That's for my team, so yeah, that's all I'll say. You guys are intelligent enough to find out what to do. Sketchmas, appreciate you. Jake, thank you once again. Cheers, guys. Take care. Have a good one. Trade safe if you are trading into MY, and I shall catch you again tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.